Right. So welcome all to my Insta Live. So thank you so much for all joining my Insta Live. Let me introduce myself first. Well, my name is Arpita Chatterjee, and I have started my career at the age of 19 years with a very low profile, like telecaller receptionist. Now I'm working as a business chef. So this 20 years of journey was phenomenal. Lots of ups and downs, lots of challenges. Then I thought that why not I can share all my knowledge and wisdom with others. For that, I took a proper training for last 2.5 years from eminent life coaches, and now I became a certified mindset and life coach, and I've started my own coaching journey as well. So today I have invited my very dearest friend, and she's an empowerment coach, Vandana. So please welcome Vandana. Vandana, thank you so much for joining my Insta Live. Welcome to my Insta Live. Please share something about you and your journey as a empowerment coach.
Thank you so much, and I really want to welcome everybody at your live. Thank you for taking me in. So I am Vandana. I call myself the Empowerment Coach. Why I call myself Empowerment Coach is because of the reason that whatever we are, whatever field we are in, whatever position we have, but there is something which holds us back, which do not allow us to come into our true potential, which do not allow us to to be authentic to ourselves, which do not allow the balance and the harmony in our life. So my work is to just dig it out, to figure it out, what is holding you back. And when we work on that, which we can call as inner child, which we can call as ego, which we can call as patterns, and on working on that, when we come out of our limiting beliefs, when we come out of our shackles, past conditioning, then we come to our own power. Then we stand in our power, then we radiate in our power. So this is my work, which I do passionately. I have been doing this work with 1,000+ people, and it is going on and on and on. And it fills my heart when our life changes, when there is a shift, when there is a transform in one life. I feel empowered. So on all these things, I call myself empowerment coach. And I have been trained under world best coaches like Dr. Shefali. She is a world best parenting coach. I've been trained under Blair Singer. He is the one of the best mentors I've ever met. I have been trained under Thaddeus, Pooja Puneet, Prachimakar, Siddharth Rashekar, to name many. I have a lot of mentors, and this, after taking coaching from them, after getting mentoring from them, I became who I am, and I realized that you need someone who invoke confidence in you, who shakes you up to tell you that you are worthy, you have a voice, and when you get your voice, then that voice needs to be shared. So this is all about my intro, and this is why, because everything I had, the certification, but more important than certification is the experience which you have as a person. So I have been taught in a school called life. So my school of life has taught me a lot of things, and I love that. I have grown as a person and evolved as a soul, and which makes me really happy. Looking backward, connecting the dots, I realized that all the challenges which I had, all the victories which I shared, that all the amalgam of all those challenges, the struggles and the victories, and the person I have become is the result of all of them.
Very true, lovely, and very inspiring. And you well said that, of course, life is something that, teaches a lot of things. Of course, I have also handled so many challenges. Same, few mentors. I think we have a common mentor. I have also learned from Siddharth Rajshekar and Pooja Puneet. So, of course, they are eminent mentors, and learning is definitely is very, required, when in a coaching. But what life has taught us, that is like, real proof, right? So, Vandana, today we are discussing on parenting, about the parenting tips, and we are also discussing about, what mistakes that parents are doing. Because the purpose of doing this Insta Live on parenting tips is that, nowadays, what I have seen that, the kids are becoming more arrogant and they're more selfish, and, so parents really wanted to give everything, but still they are struggling to give upbringing, to their child, to their kids. And the most important thing what I feel is that from childhood, the parents need to learn the technique, like, how they, what they need to do to change the their kids mindset. Because what we have also experienced, after so many years, when we learn from coaching, we have understood, yes, there is mindset is everything. If your mindset is changed, you can do everything. Because our conditioning also be like that. We always think that when people will change, our life become changed. But in this training, we have understood, no, it's we need to change, then only the people change. So what about this, parenting tips that you would like to suggest, like what parents need to do, to brought up their child and their mindset become change? What do you suggest about this on this topic about parenting?
Very beautiful question, I would say indeed. And I am myself a parent of two beautiful daughters. I'm blessed with two daughters. One is 11 plus, and other is 3. So I am going through both the phases, the toddler phase and the teenage phase. I am understanding how the child behave. So this behavior, like you said, that we put our best, we take care of each and every responsibility. Even then, uh, there is a difference. There is a rift between the parent and the child. Why it happens, to know it, to get deeper into it, I became a parenting coach under Dr. Shefali. This
Okay.
was this was the thing why I went for how to know actually what is the root cause of why, after doing so many things, like if we had a checklist, then if we say are all the financial condition fulfilled, we would have ticked yes, we have fulfilled the financial conditions for our. Is our happy good family? Yes, it is a good family. Is the environment in our family is amicable? Yes, it is. Are our children going to the school? Yes, checklist. The checklist के अंदर जो भी आ रहा है, whatever points are you having in the checklist, you are ticking it off. But still, there is some rift between the parent and the child, and it is very prominent when a child become a teenager. So in 12, when the child touches 12, 13 and beyond, then you will see that they are more into the peer group. They stop interacting with the parents, or they don't want to interact with the parents. So I wanted to prepare myself upfront when my child hits teenage. So I have trained myself under Dr. Shafali so that I know the nuances, what is going through. So the most important thing which I got to know is consciousness. The consciousness is missing. So what my child think and what I think, from where is he or she coming from and from where I am coming from, are different. If we are able to understand from where he, she, or my child is coming from, we are more likely to understand how we should behave. So there is a lack of emotional connect, there is a lack of consciousness, which creates a distance between a child and a parent. So this need to be taken in our awareness, because for everything, whenever anybody comes to me, I say the first point is awareness. It should come into your awareness. The rest of the things will fall in place. First, you have to acknowledge that this is where we are, this is where we are lacking. So we should know where are we. So this is the lack of consciousness is the greatest reason why we cannot connect with a child. So you asked what the parents are doing, which is not good, what mistakes parents are doing. Parents are making their children better. They are, like Dr. Shafali says, we do not live in present. We live in a movie. So I will say like this, my child will say like this, and I will say then this, and he or she will say like this. So this should happen my way. And if does not happen my way, then I show my patterns. My ego pops up. So I can show up different ways. So when my child is not responding as what I want, is not doing what I want, is not behaving in the way I want, then we have some patterns. Like if nothing is going as per way, nothing or anything is not going. So we are kind of controlling our child. We are kind of controlling the environment. So if the child is so small, even then your ego, so huge ego, get hit. This is called trigger. When a child triggers you, you respond in certain way. You respond by shutting down. You shut down. You will not speak anything. Like you will give some silent treatment, or you will just walk away because you don't know what to say, how to behave in that situation, or you can come in denial. Okay, you would deny that this is happening, that I am hurt, I'm feeling bad, और this is not my way. So you denial. Okay, ऐसा तो होता ही है, बच्चे तो ऐसा करते ही हैं. Okay, अगर उसने ऐसा किया है, मुझे बुरा लगा है, तो it is okay. So this is denial. Or we escape the situation. We want to change, but we don't want to change. Like छोटे बच्चे जब होते हैं, they close their eyes and think that nobody can see them. So this is escaping. So problem is there. You know that, but you don't want to see, because if you see, then you have to tackle it. So you don't know the way how to tackle it, so you stop seeing it. So this is a kind of escapism from the current situation, which most of us do. Most of the time we do. We just avoid it. We just move out of it. Another thing which is very, very prominent is aggression. When child is not behaving as per your rules and regulations, you explode. You become a fighter. You will shout at the child. And to my astonishment, for many of the parents, they understand and they consider that shouting on kids is necessary. Forget about it should be or it should not be, because as we are taught, there is nothing wrong, nothing right. Everybody has their parenting style. So I'm not again getting into right and wrongs. But how can hitting somebody could be right? For me, it is not at all. But few parents think that it is necessity. How can it be a necessity? Can I teach you? Can I change you by beating you up, by hitting you? Will you change? You'll become a rebel. Okay, I'm meager now. Okay, I'm weak now. You hit me. But when I'll come into power, that is the initiation of the teenage. I will stop talking to you because I know you're inside out. I know how will you react. Now I know how to deal with you. I will deal with you like you dealt with me. You hit me, I'll move out.
True. So, you are quite right, but I would like to add one more thing here. What I have seen, in my experience, and I have seen my friends and my relatives, parents and child's problem that I identified is, one is most of the parents are overprotective, especially when they have a single only child. They are overprotective from childhood itself. They are giving everything, every demand they are fulfilling. And when the child is no distinct that my parents can fulfill all the desire, then they automatically get spoiled. And then when they are teenage, that time they don't listen to their parents. And then this fighting and this generation gap or this kind of things is happening, because over parents parents feel that we are earning because of our child only, right? So we need to give everything. And then once they never make their child very independent person. They want to depend on them, and certain period, certain stage, the child feels suffocated of this overprotectiveness, because they are not so, they don't become very confident person. They always depend on their parents. So that's also one reason I believe that the parents and child relation is not become cordial. And that's the reason maybe parents will also get shouting the way you have said, that they are shouting on them and all that thing. So that also one reason, right? And most important thing is that self-esteem, that child self-esteem, I think it's very very important. And from childhood itself, I think parents need to do some necessary step, necessary action to build up their self-esteem, so that because nowadays that is very competition. There's the AI has come, and there are a lot of all are advanced. So this confidence, this is very important nowadays. And if the brought up, our parents are not brought up in that way, that they don't encourage their self-esteem. If any of the child lose their self-esteem, this will be a big problem for the child, as well as in future the parents also. So what do you think, that what are the techniques, what are the things that parents need to do to build up the self-esteem of a child from very beginning?
See, we start that our child needs to be changed, needs to be fixed. The more we fix our child, the more broken he or she feels. मैं जितना आपको ठीक करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ, मैं एज अ पेरेंट, मैं अपने बच्चे को क्या बता रही हूँ कि आप ब्रोकन हो, आपको ठीक करने की जरूरत है. But every child is born as a whole individual. Why we talk about conditioning? Because we train our child. 0 to 7 years are very crucial years, जिसके अंदर उनके beliefs form होते हैं. And in 0 to 7 year, we think that बच्चे को पता ही क्या है. We live in our movies, we live in our illusions. ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए. Like Dr. Shefali has said, हम बच्चा पैदा करते हैं, what is there in our mind? हम क्यों करते हैं? कभी I just want to give that question into your mind. आपने एक बच्चे को इस दुनिया में लेके आए क्यों? It would be different reasons for different parents, but बच्चे को हम फिक्स करते रहते हैं. तुमको पढ़ना चाहिए, तुमको खेलना चाहिए, तुमको ये. In fact, few of the parents are planning everything even before they are conceived. हमारा बच्चा फुटबॉल प्लेयर बनेगा, हमारा बच्चा एस्ट्रोनॉट बनेगा, हमारा बच्चा पता नहीं क्या क्या बनेगा. बट आप खुद सोचो, अगर आपको चॉइसेस ही नहीं दी जाएं, अगर आपको कुछ करने को दिया ही नहीं जाए, जिस ऑर्गन को हम यूज नहीं करते हैं वो वेस्टिजियल हो जाता है, वो बेकार हो जाता है. तो अगर आप अपने बच्चे के दिमाग को यूज होने ही नहीं देंगे, फिर आप बोलते हैं कि बच्चे ऐसे क्यों हो गए हैं? बिकॉज यू ट्रेन्ड देम.
Exactly.
Like you said that few parents are overgiver, few parents are overprotective, because they think that हमारे बच्चे उन challenges में ना जाएं जिनसे हम गए हैं. अगर हम उन्हें ऐसी लाइफस्टाइल दे सकते हैं, अगर हम उन्हें ये सब चीजें दे सकते हैं, तो हम क्यों ना दें?
क्यों ना दें?
It is okay. It is okay. लेकिन ये आपके घर के एनवायरनमेंट के लिए ओके है. But when you think about socially viable, आपको सोसाइटी में जाना है, you should know that people skill, कैसे लोगों के साथ बात करना है, कैसे उनके साथ में टीम अप करना है. कल आप बिजनेस करोगे या जॉब करोगे, किस तरह से टीम के साथ में रह के चलोगे, किस तरह से. अभी क्या होता है कि मम्मा मेरे को ये चीज चाहिए, या पापा मुझे ये चीज चाहिए, एंड पापा ओ माय सन इज फीलिंग बैड, ओ माय डॉटर इज फीलिंग बैड, तो मुझे तो ये देना ही चाहिए. हम गिल्ट ट्रिप पे जाते हैं, बिकॉज वी आर वर्किंग पेरेंट, हम टाइम नहीं दे पाते. तो उस टाइम की कॉम्पनसेशन हम कैसे करते हैं? विद द गिफ्ट्स, विद द एक्सपेंसिव गिफ्ट. PS3, PS4, PS5, ये सब मेरे बच्चे के पास होने चाहिए. दुनिया के अंदर जो भी गिफ्ट है वो मेरे बच्चे के पास होने चाहिए. हैमलेस में जो भी नया चीज आया है वो मेरे बच्चे के पास होना चाहिए. यू आर गिविंग एवरीथिंग, बट व्हाट यू आर डूइंग टू मेक देम इमोशनली स्ट्रांग. प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग कब सिखाओगे? क्योंकि जब लाइफ विल टेक ओवर, जब प्रॉब्लम आएंगी, तब वो कब सीखेंगे? क्योंकि उन्होंने सीखा नहीं तो वो फेल हो जाते हैं। और फिर हम बोलते हैं कि अरे हमारे बच्चे तो कुछ यही नहीं कर रहे, क्योंकि आज तक आप प्रॉब्लम आने पे जब बेचैनी होती थी, यू हैड योर एंजाइटी, आप कैसे बिहेव कर रहे थे, व्हाट वाज योर पैटर्न। अगर आप ध्यान से देखेंगे, आपके बच्चे आपकी कॉपी हैं, दे आर इमिटेटिंग योर पैटर्न। आज आप बोलने लग जाते हैं, ओ मेरा बच्चा तो चिखरा चिल्ला रहा है, उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा, बट लुक एट यू, आप भी कल तक यही कर रहे थे। यू ट्रेन्ड योर चाइल्ड टू बी दिस। तो अगर आपको अपने बच्चे को जो भी चीज सिखानी है ना, इफ यू वांट टू टीच सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, यू हैव टू बिहेव इन दैट वे। और हमको पता है कि यू ऑल्सो नो, बिकॉज वी हैव बीन ट्रेन्ड, कि कोई भी क्वालिटी करने के लिए वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस 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 एंड गिव एविडेंसेस दैट वी आर वर्थ इट। एज अ पेरेंट्स हमारा काम किसी को फिक्स करना नहीं है, एज अ पेरेंट हमारा काम है गाइड करना, ये बताना कि अगर आप ये करोगे तो इसके ये कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज है, अगर आप ये करोगे तो इसके ये कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज है। नाउ इट इज योर चॉइस। और मैं तो बोलती हूँ कि बचपन में चॉइस लेने दो, वो ज्यादा मिस्टेक नहीं कर पाएंगे, बड़े हो जाएंगे तो बड़ी गलतियां करेंगे। तो रादर बिल्ट दैट डिसीजन मसल, वो डिसीजन मसल बचपन से ही सिखाने लग जाओ। क्योंकि मैंने अपने घर में भी देखा, फ्रिज मत खोलो पानी गिर जाएगा, ये मत करो, ये तो बच्चा इतना कंफ्यूज हो जाता है कि करना क्या है। हर चीज के साथ में डू डोंट लिस्ट है, ये मत करो, ये करो, ये मत करो। तो वो अपना दिमाग कब यूज कर रहा है, कब वो डिसीजन मेकिंग कर रहा है। और जब आपको देखता है, जब आप किसी चीज पे फेल हो जाते हो, कहीं पे डिसीजन नहीं ले पाते हो, कोई चीज आपके कंट्रोल में हो जाती है, हाउ यू बिहेव। अगर आप चीखते चिल्लाते हो, आपका बच्चा चीखेगा चिल्लाएगा। अगर आप शट डाउन हो जाते हो, आपका बच्चा शट डाउन हो जाएगा। अगर आप अवॉइड करते हो, आपका बच्चा भी अवॉइड करेगा। वो तो आपको मिरर कर रहा है, और फिर आप बोल रहे हो इसमें इतनी प्रॉब्लम है।
वेरी ट्रू, बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने। दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। थिंग इज दैट first is parents are giving, parents are actually telling the kids, like they have to set a big goal and all. They never taught the child to celebrate the small win. और अगर हम छोटी छोटी खुशियां, छोटी छोटी विन में सेलिब्रेट करेंगे, then automatically we feel empowered, and that is a big mistake that child are doing. For them बस बड़ी बड़ी अचीवमेंट ही अचीवमेंट है, they are just running, they दौड़ रहे हैं cut throat competition में, and they getting stressed because then they never learn to celebrate their small win. And you well said that कि like पेरेंट्स खुद ही अपने बच्चों को हर चीज में थोपते हैं, like they are actually they are not giving them a choice. For example, in adulthood also, that when kids are going for drink or cigarette and all, they are emphasizing cigarette पीना अच्छी बात नहीं है, drink पीना अच्छी बात नहीं है, and that is a very common sense that when you any human psychology, जब आप जबरदस्ती थोपोगे ये गलत है गलत है, बच्चों में खुद ही एक इंटरेस्ट आएगा, नहीं करके देखते इतनी गलत क्या है. So instead of that, if the parents can counsel in a better way that okay, in this they have some good point, there's some advantage, there's some disadvantage also. Now choice is yours. You want to do it or not. So I believe the parents need to more counsel their child rather than ordering them, or rather than feel that they are my property, like हम जो हमारा हक बनता है, that kind of attitude need to be more. I think we need to be more proactive and we need to be more advanced, like कोई किसी पे हक नहीं है. Obviously that's a relationship. This is also same like the way husband and wife relationship, same like parents and child also have a relationship. So we need to give the space, and that is the big problem that I have seen. Most of the parents are doing that when the child get adult, like teenage, like they are starting going into college, they have a very disrespecting their parents because of this reason only. Because in childhood of course उन्होंने सुन लिया, क्योंकि वो बच्चे थे, उन्होंने सुन लिया जो बोला, पर जब बड़े हो रहे हैं तो वो सुन नहीं पाते, वो इरिटेशन हो जाते हैं, and then parents also can't accept it, and that's the reason this generation gap, this kind of things, problems happen. What do you think about that? You'd like to like add in some more point on this?
अगर पेरेंटिंग इतनी इजी होती तो अभी पेरेंटिंग कोचेस को बनने की जरूरत नहीं होती, बिकॉज नाउ द टाइम हैज कम कि जो ये जनरेशन गैप आ चुका है, विच इज ट्रू, वो सब रियलाइज करते हैं. नाउ we come with a thought कि हमको अपने बच्चे को डिसिप्लिन करना है, we have to fix our child. तो हम जब भी ये बोलते हैं हमने बच्चे को बेटर करना है, हमारे बच्चे को ऐसे होना है, फिक्स करना है, बेटर करना है, तो हम बार बार बच्चे के दिमाग में ये डाल रहे हैं कि तुम कम हो, यू आर स्मॉल, यू आर प्लेइंग स्मॉल. हर चीज में हम उसको बोल रहे हैं कि तुम. एंड आपने सुना भी होगा, एक प्रोवर्ब भी है कि अगर एक पेड़ को भी हम सुबह शाम गलत गलत बोलते हैं, नेगेटिव चीजें बोलते हैं, वो पेड़ भी मर जाता है. कि आपका बच्चा है वो इमोशनली कैसे मर जाता होगा आपको पता भी नहीं चलता. तो वो इसीलिए आई टोल्ड यू कि मेरे को पेरेंटिंग सीखने की जरूरत कब पड़ी, मुझे लगा कि मुझे पेरेंटिंग सीखना चाहिए, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द रीजन, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन एवरीथिंग अराउंड मी. आई हैव बीन सीइंग दीज थिंग्स अराउंड मी एंड आई डोंट वांट. I was one of them. Like हमारे पेरेंट्स कभी भी हमको मार सकते थे, कभी भी हमको डांट सकते थे. And I know I'm talking about my generation जिसके अंदर अगर रोए तो भी पिटोगे, नहीं रोए तो भी पिटोगे, कि रोए क्यों नहीं हो. So these are the thing. And मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मेरे को तो ये भी नहीं पता कि मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है. मैं आपको कैसे बताऊं कि मुझे बुरा लग रहा है. तो ये एक बहुत जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है ऑफ एवरी रिलेशनशिप, बी इट एनी रिलेशनशिप. Respect is the first and foremost thing in the relationship. If you are not able to respect your child, then do not expect respect from your child. And it is simply a give and take relationship. It is an agreement. जो आप दोगे वो आपको मिलेगा, because it is a cycle. अभी तक आप अपनी शाउटिंग्स, अभी तक आप अपना पैटर्न्स बच्चे पे दे रहे हो, जब उसका वक्त आएगा वो वापस आपको करेगा. So now यहाँ पे you have to come into your consciousness. You have to see, you have to observe what are your patterns where you are going wrong. You have to parent not only your child, you have to reparent yourself. आपको खुद के अंदर जाना पड़ेगा, खुद को देखना पड़ेगा. और अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है अरे आई एम तो परफेक्टली ओके, मेरे में ऐसा क्या है जो चेंज करना चाहिए, व्हाट इज देयर इन मी व्हिच नीड्स चेंज. तो टू टेल यू, जो बिहेवियर आपके बच्चे का आपको ट्रिगर करता है ना, व्हिच लीड्स यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट एवरीथिंग इज आउट ऑफ माय कंट्रोल, वो ट्रिगर जो है ना, दैट नीड्स टू बी हील्ड. जहां पर आपको गुस्सा आता है, जहां पे आपको ये होता है कि इसके लिए मुझे रिएक्ट करना चाहिए, योर ब्लड पंप up, or you escape, or you shut down, or you ruminate, or you feel paralyzed, or you feel freezed, or you explode, or you escape. ये जो सारी चीजें आप कर रहे हो, ये coping mechanism है of the situation. तो you have to deal with the situation. ये symptoms में मत जाओ, symptoms को कितना भी ट्रीट करो, जब तक जड़ की चीज नहीं खराब होगी, until and unless roots are not changed, your fruits will never change. So you have to work on your roots. Roots में दीमक लगी है, fruits कभी अच्छे नहीं हो सकते हैं.
True. Very true. So I would like to request everyone, you can ask more and more questions so that we can give the best possible answer. So we are talking about parenting tips and the mistake that you need to avoid. So if you have any question related to parenting, related to any issue that you are facing and you need some solution, please feel free to, write down your, the question. So we are happy to resolve your answer. So I would like to thank again all those who have joined our Insta Live. So Vandana, we have understood the parents' side, and now if you think in the child side also, like what child is expecting from their parents, what do you feel that, what, like, obviously no one want that, a lot of pressure and all. Obviously child want care, the love and affection and understanding. That is very important. That's the reason, nowadays I feel a lot of childs are more involved, engaged with this social media. And I have seen a lot of kids, in my sisters also, I've seen whole night they are putting up the earplug in their, in their ear, and whole night, whole day they are into the system, they're into their laptop or their this mobile, and they are chatting, they are on this Instagram and all this social media. They are completely diverted. They don't believe in talking, they don't believe in communicating. And I believe somewhere the earlier stage, like when we, in our generation at least, we always listen to our parents, always communicate, we believe in communication, and we are, even we are going for outdoor game and all that. But now I believe now generation is totally different. They are not into in outdoor game also. They are not doing it, like maybe they can go gym and all, but they are more into social network and social, this kind of, they are more attached with the technology. So, and this is really, hampering their health also. So what do you think, how can parent can help with a very cool way, in a very polite way, to make them analyze, make them realize that this is wrong? Because I have seen that parents are trying to tell their their child that this is wrong, you should not be so attached with the technology or the Instagram and all that thing, but they are not listening. So as a parenting coach, what do you suggest? What is the solution? How can the parents can deal with the student, their kids, for this particular habit, bad habit that they have developed? I believe 90% child has already developed this bad habit of, at whole day they are in the earplug. You can go to metro, maximum young generation are putting the earplug in their in their ear, and they are just into their this mobile. So what is the solution? What do you feel as the parenting coach? How can you give the solution to your parents?
I agree with you. Like, it is like another pandemic where not even kids, even the parents, I think everybody is addicted to digital media. So everybody is addicted in this generation. जब भी आपके घर में भी आप देखोगे, whenever you will get time, you will scroll some reels, you will go through some videos. It could be informative, it could be just time pass. So why we are getting addicted to this? Because they kind of release some hormones which gives us happiness. And why we need happiness from that? Because we are not having happiness from other sources. So the core needs of an individual are attachment and authenticity. तो हमारे पेरेंट्स से बच्चों को ना तो अटैचमेंट मिल रही है और ना कनेक्शन मिल रहा है. हर किसी आदमी को, यू विल रियलाइज, हर किसी की बेसिक जरूरत है मुझे देखा जाए, मुझे सुना जाए, मुझे समझा जाए. आई मस्ट बी सीन, हर्ड एंड अंडरस्टूड. बट पेरेंट्स को क्या है, तुमको ऐसे करना है, तुमको ऐसे करना है, तुमको पढ़ना है, तुमको ये करना है. कंपैरिजन, उसका बच्चा ऐसा है, उसका बच्चा ऐसा है, तुम ऐसा नहीं करते. बट अगर आपको ये सब चीज दे दी जाए ना, देयर वाज एक्सपेरिमेंट कि एक स्कूल के अंदर बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स, एंड यू हैव सीन, आई थिंक इट इज एडवर्टाइजमेंट आल्सो, एडवर्टाइजमेंट और एक्सपेरिमेंट, आई डोंट रिमेंबर एग्जैक्टली, बट इट वाज देयर एंड आई हैव सीन दैट. उसके अंदर क्या होता है कि सारे के सारे पेरेंट्स बच्चों को एग्जाम के लिए छोड़ के आ रहे होते हैं, एंड एवरी पेरेंट वाज टेलिंग तुम एग्जाम में ऐसा करना है, 100 मार्क्स लेके आना है, ये करना है, ये करना है. एंड द प्रिंसिपल कम्स एंड द प्रिंसिपल सेज कि this exam will not be given by the students, this exam will be given by the parents.
Oh.
So parents were let into the examination hall, and parents, because parents have taught their children, so they must be knowing something, but they were sent to the examination hall to attempt the examination paper. So whatever they know, in the best of their knowledge, they have to attempt the question paper. And when they went through, they see, and then few of them knew, few of them did not know what was there. So a sense of compassion arose in the parents. So we are creating such level of stress and undue pressure on our kids to make them their best version. And under this pretext, you are not allowing your children to be their authentic self.
True.
अगर कोई बच्चा पढ़ने में अच्छा है, कोई बच्चा जरूरी नहीं है वो पढ़ने में ही अच्छा हो सकता है मैं मैथ्स में बहुत अच्छी हूँ पर साइंस में नहीं अच्छी होंगी, बट क्योंकि वो बच्चा साइंस में अच्छा है तो तुमको भी अच्छा होना चाहिए. माना सारी चीजें हैं कि एग्जाम देना जरूरी है, फिर कॉलेज में एडमिशन कैसे होगा, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में कैसे क्लियर करेंगे, वो सब करेंगे, बट यू कैन डू दिस इन अ कंपैशनेट वे ऑल्सो. हर टाइम पे अगर मैं बोलूं, अगर आप बहुत ही टेंशन में हो, बहुत ही स्ट्रेस में हो, यू कम टू मी, आई टेल यू द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ कोच and a normal person is, if you are very stressed, you come to me, I am there because I am a coach. So I won't say कि अरे छोड़ो सब भूल जाओ, become happy, and life is all about happiness. Yeah, think positive, it has happened for some good. But I cannot say this to you as a coach, because हम ये बोलते हैं खुश रहो, क्या सारी दुनिया खुश है? तो जो चाहिए और होता है में फर्क होता है कि तुमको खुश रहना चाहिए, नहीं रह पाते, हम खुश रहते हैं में फर्क होता है. तो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ अ चाइल्ड. वो बच्चे कानों में क्यों ईयरबड्स लगा लेते हैं या क्यों वो म्यूजिक के अंदर रहते हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास कोई दूसरा ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. लाइक यू सेड अर्लियर, वी यूज्ड टू कम्युनिकेट विद द पेरेंट्स, बट कम्युनिकेशन इज टू वे प्रोसेस. एक तरफ की एडवाइजरी नहीं होती है कि आई विल कीप ऑन गिविंग यू एडवाइस एडवाइस एडवाइस. मेरे मन में क्या आएगा, बाबा चुप हो जा, अब तेरा हो गया है, जाने दे, मुझे जीने दे. And the best what parents can do is you start listening to your kids. I repeat, आप अपने बच्चों को सुनना शुरू कर दो, वो आपको सुनना शुरू कर देंगे. Because you don't listen to your child, your children, your kids, that is why they are not listening to you. क्योंकि pressure, you told that this is a competitive world, the pressure has been इतना built up हो गया है and they do not know any coping mechanism. उस pressure को deal कैसे करूं? Who is telling them how का पता ही नहीं है. बस तुम ये करो, ये करो, ये करो, ये करो, तुमको बेस्ट स्कूल में डाला, तुमको बेस्ट ट्यूशन पे डाला, तुमको बेस्ट क्लासेस में डाला. अरे मुझसे नहीं हो रहा है, फिर मैं क्या करूं? पेरेंट्स आर नॉट इवन रेडी टू लिसन कि तुम्हारे ऊपर इतना पैसा खर्चा कर रहा है, यू शुड परफॉर्म. अरे मुझसे नहीं हो रहा, हाउ शुड आई परफॉर्म? वो जो गैप है वो इतना बढ़ जाता है कि वो डिस्टेंस आ जाता है एंड बच्चे यू टर्न मान लेते हैं. दे डोंट वांट टू लिसन टू द पेरेंट्स. सो आई एम अगेन सेइंग दिस, लिसन टू योर चिल्ड्रन एंड दे विल स्टार्ट लिसनिंग टू यू. आपने कभी ऐसा दिन के अंदर कभी 5 मिनट आपने अपने बच्चों के साथ में सिर्फ उनको सुना है कि हाउ वाज योर डे? टीनेज में आते आते वो बातें नहीं करेंगे आपसे, आगे कुछ आ रहे आगे कैसा था दिन, ठीक था, एंड खत्म, क्योंकि आपने कभी बातें नहीं की. सो अटैचमेंट आपने कभी बनाई नहीं, और अब आपको लगता है ओ मैंने इतना सब कुछ किया, अपनी जिंदगी अपने बच्चे के लिए सेक्रीफाइस कर दी, एंड नाउ बच्चा इज मूव्ड ऑन. मूव हो जाएगा क्योंकि आपने सब कुछ किया पर इमोशनल बॉन्डिंग नहीं क्रिएट करी.
Exactly. Friend नहीं बने. Friend is very important that parents need to be friend with their child so that they can feel free to talk with them, and that is only the drawback that I feel. I also completely agree with you, and definitely respect comes from heart, and that's the reason child will not respecting because they don't feel like respecting, and the parents feel that they have to respect, but they need to understand no one can force themselves to respect other person, whether you are parents or that doesn't mean that because you are parents that's why you have to respect. Of course child has their own and because now of course there is a technology, everything is advanced, so child are also more liberal, right? So they don't feel that kind of like in our generation maybe we feel like that ki theek hai ye hamare parents hai, we have to respect because हमारे parents hai, we are giving some, we have make them some kind of ओहदा आप बोल सकते हो, like we are actually given that, but now the generation has changed. They feel that respect comes from heart and they can't force themselves to respect their parents just because they are parents. So that is very important. So Vandana, how you can conclude this live about parenting tips and mistake to be avoided? If you need to conclude this session, how you have concluded, and what essential thing that you can suggest that how can both parents and child can gel up? What suggestion you can give to end this live?
This is the most beautiful question which you have asked. I would like to sum up as being parent, please recognize your patterns. You are not living your life, you are living your patterns. I repeat, you are not living your life, you are living your patterns. आप अपनी लाइफ नहीं जी रहे हैं, आप पैटर्न्स जी रहे हैं, इसीलिए recognize your pattern. एंड चिल्ड्रन आर योर रिफ्लेक्शन. अगर आपके अंदर ऐसी नीड है ना कि मुझे प्यार की जरूरत है, सेम नीड विल बी फेल्ट बाय योर चाइल्ड. आपके कप के अंदर प्यार है ही नहीं और आप उससे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि वो प्यार दे दे, तो आपने उसे दिया नहीं, आप उसे ले कैसे सकते हो? एंड एज यू टोल्ड अबाउट द रिस्पेक्ट, हमेशा क्या लिखा गया है, आपने कभी भी पढ़ा हो, रिस्पेक्ट हैज टू बी अर्न्ड.
Definitely.
हमेशा ये लिखा गया, रिस्पेक्ट हैज टू बी अर्न्ड, इट इज नेवर बेग्ड. मैं तुम्हारे माँ बाप हूँ, मैं तुमसे बड़ा हूँ, तो मुझे रिस्पेक्ट दो. It is not to be begged, it is to be earned. और जबरदस्ती करने से बच्चा रीबेल बनेगा. अगर आप उस पे रेपिटेडली शाउट कर रहे हो, कंट्रोल कर रहे हो, मार रहे हो, और आपको लगता है कि आप अपने बच्चे को सुधार दोगे, आई एम टेलिंग यू अप फ्रंट दैट यू आर ब्रेकिंग योर चाइल्ड ऑन डेली बेसिस. यू आर स्लो पॉइजनिंग his or her self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. और बाद में आप बोलोगे हमारा बच्चा ऐसे कैसे बन गया, because you made, this is your creation, this is your result. जो आपने इतने दिन तक ट्रेन किया है, ये वो क्रिएशन है जो आपने इतने दिन तक सब कुछ किया है. So first recognize your pattern, introspect कि मैं कैसे, मेरी क्या जरूरत है और मैं कैसे बिहेव कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ. Number 2, we should understand as parents कि हम फिक्सर नहीं है, हम रेफरी नहीं है, हम ओवर प्रोटेक्टर नहीं है, हम ओवर गिवर नहीं है, हम गाइड हैं. और हमको गाइड की तरह से काम करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि टाइम हैज चेंज्ड. जैसे आपके पेरेंट्स ने आपके साथ बिहेव किया, सिमिलरली आप अपने बच्चों के साथ बिहेव कर रहे हैं. सो इट इज अ जनरेशनल साइकिल विच इज गोइंग ऑन. बट क्योंकि टाइम चेंज हो चुका है, ये साइकिल को ब्रेक करने का टाइम आ चुका है. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दिस. अदरवाइज व्हाई मोस्ट ऑफ द चिल्ड्रन at such age, why they are getting into depression, why they are getting heart attacks, why they are getting brain hemorrhage, why they are committing suicides? Why? Because you have built up. And if I ask, this is very brutal, and parents can hold me with my cold. How dare you tell that we are the reason? Trust me, more than anyone else, more than anyone else in the universe, you are damaging your child. So I want this into your awareness. Check, hold, check. Is it this action is empowering my child, or this action is weakening my child? So if it is empowering my child, so your child will definitely be empowered, will become a beautiful individual. If you are weakening your child, you will see a child with low self-esteem, with low self-worth, with no social network, totally engrossed into the digital media because it is a escaping mechanism. मैं कान क्यों बंद कर रही हूँ, मुझे नहीं सुनना किसी का. Why I'm putting that earbuds into my, क्योंकि I don't want to listen, क्योंकि जो मुझे सुनाया जा रहा है I don't like. I just want to move away because I don't want to live in this environment. I don't want to be here. And that is why I'm moving out. I'm not listening. And so these are the symptoms. The root cause is I'm not liking it. So we have to change our actions, our behavior before changing their actions, their behavior. और बार बार अपने बच्चे को बजाय कि उसकी गलती समझाने के, this is number 3, उसको गलती बताने के या उसके ऊपर अपना डिसीजन थोपने के, you tell these are the pros, these are the cons, you take your decision, बाकी हम तो हैं to support you. So we have to come into the supporting role, not in the leader role. हम बहुत लीड कर चुके हैं and we have seen what is the result. Now we have to come in the guiding role. We have to become a lighthouse. हमको torch bearer बनना है. See, this is the रास्ता, चलना तुमको ही है. You have, आपके ups होंगे, आपके down होंगे, but being a parent, what best we can do? We are standing behind you. अगर तुम गिरोगे हम संभालेंगे, but हम उनको रोक ही लेते ना, चलने ही नहीं देते ना. नहीं, चलो मत, तुम गिर जाओगे. We have to allow them to walk so that they can take their steps. They can move forward at their pace. So we have to do everything with compassion, with love, without judgment, without blaming, without complaining. Because see, कोई भी parent है वो कितना भी loving हो, लेकिन majorly complain. तुमने ये नहीं किया, तुमने ये नहीं किया, तुम्हारी इतनी फीस भरी जाती है, तुमको ये किया जाता है, and you are not justifying. हमको पता है कैसे हम ये सब चीजें कमा के लाते हैं. So what are you telling them? That हम कितना एहसान कर रहे हैं तुम पे. बच्चा तो एहसान के नीचे ही दबा हुआ है, और वो जो एहसान के नीचे वो कैसे उभरेगा, कैसे ब्लूम करेगा, कैसे एक बहुत अच्छा इंडिविजुअल बनेगा. He or she cannot. So rather than parenting your child, you should look into yourself and reparent yourself. And I just want to tell you, अगर आपसे ये अकेले नहीं होता है, take help. Help लेने में कोई बुराई नहीं है. Seek help. We are there for you. You DM us what problem you are going as we are about to end our life. So अगर कुछ भी problem है, DM करो. We are there to help you, because if we change our child, we are changing our generation. So
True.
one child at a
Very
time.
true.
Let's heal.
Very true. You beautifully have summed up this session. I'm completely agree with you, and I would like to add one more thing, is that every problem has a solution. You know, every problem is solution, provided you are actually looking for the solution rather than just complaining on the problem. So that's the only thing, that child also feel that, you know, their parents are problematic. Parents also feel that child are problematic, and in that situation, of course, you need the third person who can you know, see the thing in a both the perspective in a better way and help each other, like child and you know, parents, and then they can give the proper solution. That's the reason we as a coach can help you, and definitely we can help you out in this thing. Like, you know, of course, if you are really interested to take some clarity call, that also you can book. The, you know, link is available in our bio, so that you can book one clarity call. So that also can help you, that, you know, we can give you one clarity call and we can understand your needs, what exactly the problem is, and accordingly we can give you a solution, because mindset is everything, and mindset need to change not only the child but the parents also, both. Of course, tali kabhi bhi ek haath se nahi basti, you know that. I'm not saying that, you know, completely the parents are wrong or completely the child are wrong. Both need to work out, like kuch parents badle, kuch bacche badle, and then we can make a more harmonious relationship. And I believe parents and child is a beautiful relationship. If we can really give some more, we can see in a more compassionate way, then definitely we can make this relationship more beautiful. So Tejal is writing, thank you so much, can relate and will follow your tips. Very good session. Thank you so much, Tejal, and thank you so much, Vandana, for joining me. It was a lovely interaction with you, and you know, it's really, I believe that, you know, the people who have watched this Insta live and take the tips that we have shared and they can implement it, definitely it will work. And obviously we again will saying that take help from, that's the reason, you know, coach mentor is really important. And I have realized, and I'm telling you with a very conviction, mentor is really very important for everyone. You know, don't feel that, you know, why should we take mentor, why should we take coach. Coach is really very important, plays a very important role in our life. So thank you so much, Vandana, for all your you know, tips and beautiful tips you have given. Beautifully you have presented about this problem. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I just want to say that butterfly became so beautiful after it went through transition. पहले वो कैटरपिलर था, जब वो पेनफुल ट्रांजिशन से बाहर निकला तो वो एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत बटरफ्लाई बन गई है. तो यहाँ पे पेरेंट और चाइल्ड का रिलेशनशिप बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल है. फॉर अ मदर हैविंग अ चाइल्ड इज द मोस्ट हैप्पीएस्ट मोमेंट इन द होल लाइफ. तो इसीलिए यहाँ पे मैंने फोकस किया है पेरेंट्स को चेंज होने के लिए, क्योंकि जब हम में चेंज दिखता है, जब हम रेडिएट करते हैं हमारी लाइट से, हम सबकी लाइफ में रोशनी कर देते हैं, we lit everyone up. इसीलिए change start from our house, from our houses, our hearts, our mind, our soul. तो change खुद से शुरुआत करें और उस change को beautifully हर जगह पर change होते हुए देखें. On that note, thank you so much, Arpita, for calling me. It was a really, really nice live, and it was lovely talking to you. Hope to see you again and again, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And thanks for the Insta Live family, your family and my family. Hope they love it and they have benefited. I have given to best of my knowledge, and I would like to hear how you liked it. Please DM in. Please comment in the comment box. How was it, and what else do you like us to bring upon?
True, definitely. Thank you so much once again, Vandana. Thank you. All the best and good night. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love.